In the annals of Nigerian history, the Ibadan Riot, also known as the Egbe Agbekoya Revolt, stands out as a significant event that underscored the struggles and resilience of rural farmers against economic hardships and oppressive taxation. This documentary aims to provide a comprehensive understanding of the Ibadan Riot of 1969. Ibadan is located in the southwestern part of Nigeria. Ibadan is one of the country's largest cities and serves as the capital of Oyo State. Geographically positioned at approximately 7.3775 degrees N latitude and 3.9470 degrees E longitude, Ibadan has been a significant cultural, economic, and political center in the region. Nigeria, often referred to as the Giant of Africa, is located in West Africa, bordered by Benin to the west, Niger to the north, Chad to the northeast, Cameroon to the east, and the Atlantic Ocean to the south. As the most populous country in Africa, Nigeria boasts a rich tapestry of ethnicities, cultures, and histories. Within this diverse nation, Ibadan has played a critical role, particularly in the Yoruba-speaking southwestern region. Oyo State, with Ibadan as its capital, is one of the 36 states in Nigeria. It is predominantly inhabited by the Yoruba people, one of the major ethnic groups in the country. The state has a rich history, with the ancient Oyo Empire being one of the most powerful and influential empires in West African history. Before the outbreak of the Ibadan Riot, the region experienced a period marked by significant socio-economic challenges. The rural population, primarily consisting of farmers, faced numerous hardships that stemmed from both colonial and post-colonial policies. Agriculture was the backbone of the economy in the western region, with crops such as cocoa, yams, and cassava being the mainstay of rural livelihoods. However, farmers struggled with poor infrastructure, limited access to modern farming techniques, and inadequate government support. These challenges were exacerbated by volatile market prices and unfavorable trade terms, which left farmers in a precarious economic situation. One of the most significant grievances among farmers was the high taxation imposed by the regional government. These taxes were seen as excessive and unfair, placing a heavy burden on the already struggling rural populace. The government's failure to provide adequate services or support in return for these taxes further fueled discontent and resentment among farmers. The combination of economic hardships, oppressive taxation, and government corruption created a volatile environment ripe for revolt. The immediate trigger for the Ibadan Riot was a series of decisions and policies by the regional government that directly impacted the rural farming communities. The western region of Nigeria was under the leadership of Colonel Robert Adeyinka Adebayo, who served as the military governor from 1966 to 1971. His administration's policies, particularly regarding taxation and agricultural management, were seen as exacerbating the difficulties faced by farmers. The government's insensitivity to the plight of rural communities and its failure to address their concerns effectively set the stage for the revolt. In response to the growing discontent, a group of farmers formed the Egbe Agbekoya, also known as the Farmers' Society. This organization aimed to represent the interests of rural farmers and advocate for their rights. The leaders of Egbe Agbekoya were primarily local farmers and community leaders who were deeply affected by the economic policies of the government. The Ibadan Riot began in 1969, with farmers rising up in protest against the government's policies. The revolt started in the rural areas surrounding Ibadan and quickly spread to other parts of the western region. Farmers organized themselves into groups and launched coordinated actions to express their grievances. The revolt involved a series of protests, boycotts, and violent confrontations with government forces. Farmers refused to pay taxes, boycotted markets, and in some cases, attacked government officials and infrastructure. The intensity of the revolt increased as the government responded with force, deploying police and military personnel to quell the uprising. The Egbe Agbekoya played a central role in organizing and leading the revolt. Key leaders included Tafa Adeoye, who emerged as a prominent figure in the movement. Under his leadership, the farmers were able to mobilize effectively and sustain their efforts despite the government's attempts to suppress the revolt. The Ibadan Riot lasted for several months, with the peak of the conflict occurring in mid-1969. The government's heavy-handed response, combined with negotiations and concessions, eventually led to the resolution of the revolt. Key concessions included a reduction in taxes and promises of better support for farmers. The Ibadan Riot had a profound impact on Nigerian society and politics. It highlighted the plight of rural farmers and brought attention to the need for more equitable economic policies. The revolt also led to significant changes in agricultural policies and governance in the western region and beyond. The Egbe Agbekoya revolt serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of addressing the needs and concerns of rural communities. It underscores the potential for grassroots movements to effect change and the necessity for government policies to be inclusive and responsive to the people they serve.